Hi there, Mr. Holcomb here with another episode of Math Behind the Modules. This is lesson 14, ordered pairs. Classwork, example 1, the order in ordered pairs. The first number of an ordered pair is called the first coordinate. The second number of an ordered pair is called the second coordinate. Okay, first coordinate, second coordinate. We'll go into more detail about that in further lessons, upcoming lessons, but for now that's how we're going to call it. Alright, so example 2 says using ordered pairs to name locations. Describe how the ordered pair is being used in your scenario. Indicate what defines the first coordinate and what defines the second coordinate in your scenario. So this is a follow-up question to an activity they did coming into the class where they were given a sticky note with a number on it, not a number, a point on it, two numbers on it, a location in the room. Okay, so for example, if I had 2, 3, that would mean that I sit in row 2, seat 3. So the classroom is set up like this with desks here and here, and I have a printer over here, and I labeled that coordinate 0, 0 just to give them an idea as to where the origin was in the room, to give them a sense of direction, starting point. So as I said, if I were in row 2, seat 3, here's row 1, row 2, row 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what my classroom looks like, and some of the desks are together though, just to give you an idea. Okay, these are desks, and the location of row 2, seat 3 is to go over 2 from the printer and back to the third seat, which is right here. So in this case here, the row 2, seat 3 was here, and the seats continue back. There's actually 3. Okay. Like this. So row 2, seat 3 was right there. Okay, so exercise. First coordinates of the ordered pairs represent the numbers on the line labeled X. So if I were to do an ordered pair, it said the first coordinate, okay, first coordinate goes here, represent the numbers on the line labeled X. The second coordinates represent the numbers on the line labeled Y. Here's second, and that's Y. So this X is 1, Y is 4. So what that means is we're going to start at the origin, go over to 1 on the x-axis, and then go positive 4, which is up to here, and that is the point F. Okay, so we're going to continue doing this. So try this and come back, see how you do. Okay, now that you've had time to give this a shot, now let's take a look. 0, 5 means we start at the origin. Okay, and we're going to move left, right, 0, so we're going to stay here. This first number here being 0 tells us not to move. And then the second number says to go up 5 to here, which is A. 4, 1 tells us to start at the origin, go to the right 4, and up 1, and that is B. Okay. The third, or D, says 8.5, 8. So we start at the origin and go over to 8 and 1/2, and then up 8. Let's try that again. Go over to 8, which is here, and then a half more, halfway between 8 and 9, and then go up to level 8, as you see is here. So that is F. Okay. E is 5, -2. That's our first negative number. 5 tells us to go to the right to 5 here. And then -2 does not mean to go up 2. There's nothing there. It means go down 2, and that is G. Okay, and notice that they've cut off this coordinate at 0, so we aren't dealing with any negative x's. And as you can see, none of these x's are negative. The first numbers are all positive or 0. Okay, so now we have f, 5 comma 4.2. So that means to go to the right 5. Let me erase the last one. Go to the right 5, and then up. 4.2 is right here. This is more like 4.8. It's closer to 5. 4.2 is closer to 4. That's how we determine it as each number. G is 2 comma negative 1, which means go to the right 2 and then down 1. So that is C. 0 comma 9. We're at 0. Don't move. Just go up 9. That is E. Okay. Next example, it's the other way around. So this says to list the ordered pairs of numbers that corresponds with each letter from the grid below. So here they're giving us a letter. We have to identify that location with an ordered pair first comma second coordinates. So give this a try. I'll pause the video. And then we can go back. Actually, you needed to pause the video. Hopefully you did that. And so let's go. Point M. So the first thing I need to do is locate M, which is right here. M is on this height. It's at that elevation, if you will, which is 7. Now remember, our height is y, so that's going to be our second point, or our second, not point, but second coordinate of our point. And then if I go straight down and see where I am on the x-axis, that is my x. So this is the point 5, comma 7. Don't write them backwards. Your height is your y. Your left-right motion distance from the origin is your x. Okay. B is point S. So if I find S here, so let's go to the x-axis first to avoid confusion. And we got -2. So always do parentheses, okay, and write -2 for my x. And then where am I on the horizon? 3. -2 comma 3. Okay. Next one is point N. So I locate N, which is right here, and I am on the x-axis at 6. So I'm going to write 6, comma, and I didn't rise any or drop any, so it's right on the x-axis, so my y value is 0. So I wrote this way to show you how not to represent a point. 6 comma 0 does not indicate a point. It is important for you to understand that you have to have these parentheses. A common mistake is forgetting the parentheses and constantly reinforcing the fact that these parentheses tell you that it is an ordered pair. Okay? That's another name for these coordinates, ordered pair. Point T is right here. Where are we on the x-axis? -3, so put my parentheses so I don't forget, comma in between. X is -3. Move over to the y-axis and see where we're located on our height, and that is 2. Okay. Point P, parentheses with a comma. Find P. P is right here. It is on 0 on the x-axis. And it's at a height of 5. Okay. Point U, I'm going to put parentheses with a comma. Find U. X is 7. Y is 5. Okay. Point Q, parentheses, parentheses, comma. Q. X is 2. Y is 3. Parentheses, parentheses, comma. Locate V, which is here. Find it on the X, -1. Find it on the Y, 6. Okay, and finally point R. Point R is right here. Find it on the x-axis, 0, and on the y. Okay, so there are those 9 points. Hopefully you got those all correct. Okay, let's move on. Okay, that's the end of the lesson. So the summary says the order of numbers in an ordered pair is important because the ordered pair should describe one location in the coordinate plane. If you do it backwards or miss a negative, you're going to be in the wrong location. The first number is called the first coordinate, describes the location using the horizontal direction, and the second number, called the second coordinate, describes the location using the vertical direction. Okay, so there's the lesson summary. I'll go to your problem set.